Lesson 6, volume of a rectangular prism. So, what does volume measure? Well, volume measures the total space inside a three-dimensional figure. We can find the volume of a rectangular prism by multiplying the length, the width, and the height. Or in other words, the formula for finding the volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. So if we look over at the rectangular prism here in the bubble, we can see the length, the width, and the height. What shape is or are the base or bases of a rectangular prism? So if we look at the base of this rectangular prism, we could look at the front face or base. We could see that it's a rectangle. Likewise, over here on the right hand side, we can see it's also a rectangle. And the top is also a rectangle. And the faces opposite each of those are rectangles. So each face is a rectangle. Hence the name rectangular prism. So if we move down to example 1, we're going to find the volume of the rectangular prism. Well, up above we learned that the volume of a rectangular prism can be found by multiplying the length times the width times the height. So if we look over at our rectangular prism and identify the length, we'll use the 5 feet times the width, which I'll use this dimension right here, 4 feet, times the height, which I'm going to use this dimension right here, which is 9 feet. And we multiply those three. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 9 is 180. And we just multiplied 5 feet times 4 feet times 9 feet. So the units would be feet to the third power, feet cubed. And that's how we find the volume of a rectangular prism.
In looking at example 2, let's look above. It says we can also find the volume of a rectangular prism by multiplying the area of the base times the height. And the formula we're going to use for this is volume equals capital B times H. Let's talk a little bit about that capital B. It's a capital B because it's a known amount. We will already be given the area of the base. When we're given the area of the base, we have a known amount. And in this case, we would not know our height. So let's go ahead and look at example 2. The volume of a right rectangular prism is 162 and 5/10 cubic centimeters. And the area of the base is 25 square centimeters. It asks, what is the height of the right rectangular prism? Well, I'm going to go ahead and write our formula. Volume equals capital B times H. Again, really what we're saying is the volume equals the area of the base times the height. And let's go ahead and fill in our known amounts. We are given our total. Our 162 and 5/10 is the volume. And we are given the area of the base. That's our capital B. And that is 25 square centimeters. And now all we need to do is find our height. Now basically you can see I can turn this right around since I'm given my total. And this is my total and I'm given a part and I need to find the other part. I can go ahead and write it if it helps you see it better this way. We can write it this way. I'm really just dividing 162 and 5/10 divided by 25. And our total is 6 and 5/10 centimeters.